What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Talktagon. This week we are on episode 20. We are back fully as a trio. I was a little sick last week. Still have a little bit of a cold, but we're good because
Works
we
through
have
it.
a UFC fight night to talk about from a new location, Azerbaijan, Baku. If you ask me where this was, I don't know. I have no idea. Never even heard of the place until UFC is there. But apparently it was a cool place, they said, and we got some solid fights. I wouldn't say it was the best, but it wasn't. It was better than the Apex. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Um, Headlined by Jamahal Hill and Khalil Rountree, which was a fight that I was very excited for. But before we get into that, we have some solid prelims, I'll say. Um, but yeah, we're back as a trio. How are you guys doing this week?
Missed you, Brady. What the heck, dude? We were a little bit out of sorts without Brady here last week. Had a little bit of technical difficulties, but we were able to work through it midstream. I was like, this is why we need Brady here. But nah, thankfully we're able to finish it, so it wasn't all bad. But yeah, glad you're feeling better, bro.
Thank you.
It was good. It was good. It was fine. I mean, everything was. It's much better whenever we have all three of us here. It's much better. It's much better.
Facts. Trio.
Yeah, we had I did not feel well last week at all. Still kind of feeling it, but it's not as bad. Good enough to go here tonight or this morning, I should say, and we kick off our prelims with Muhammad Usman versus Hamdi Abdelwahab. I hope I said that correctly, but yeah, it was a fight. It was a fight. Um Round one, right out of the gate, Hamdi was targeting the legs, affecting Usman very clearly.
Yeah.
Had Usman stifled, backing up the whole round. Round two, Usman started landing some punches. He landed a big right hand, wobbled Hamdi a little bit, ended up wobbling him again, and landed a nice jab. Hamdi landed some nice shots, but Usman was on the pressure here in the second round. In the third round, Usman was back on the hunt and did a good job at working the body, going to the head. Uh, Hamdi kept bringing his hands down, kept dropping his hands, which is obviously not good. Um, and then in the last 10 seconds, Usman wobbled him again. After round one, Hamdi really abandoned the leg kicks, which I thought was a bad idea because he was doing great in round one with the leg kicks. Then he just stopped. He should not have done
Mhm.
that. And in the end, Muhammad Usman gets the win via unanimous decision, 29-28 across the board. Um, like I said, not the most entertaining fight, but it was there. It was certainly there. And
Yeah.
myself and Max picked Usman while Rami picked Hamdi, so we're off to a hot start, Max.
Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, I was worried, especially in that first round. Every single leg kick Hamdi threw, Usman was like wobbling all over the damn place. I'm like, uh oh. I'm like, this might be an early finish. Every time he gets touched, he's like wobbling all over. But thank God he stopped doing that in the next two rounds. I'm like, gave Usman a chance, and thankfully he did just enough. It was definitely pretty close second round, and then Usman kind of started to take over a bit once he started landing. But yeah, I was definitely not too impressed with either of these guys. Honestly, I was like, I don't know how I feel about these guys. I'm not sure if I'm liking the chances of being, top contenders, but at least they gave their all a little bit. For Usman, I'm like, dude, every time he got touched, I was scared he was gonna get knocked out with how bad his balance was. I'm like, what is going on? Maybe it's just the Usman knees, or they're just not have the balance, or what, dude. But hey, shout out to the Usmans. Got 2 wins in back-to-back weeks. Not too bad for themselves.
Yeah, I will say also, Usman's weird. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just he's like a giant ball of muscle. Like the dude's freaking huge.
Oh
And he
yeah.
wins. He wins. But he's also not that good. So it's just he's in a really weird position. He never impresses me. Other than his first fight, I believe he got a knockout in his debut is good.
Yep.
But then after that, it was it's not like he's doing anything crazy impressive. He's certainly not his brother. But
Mm-hmm.
he wins. So it's what do you do with a guy who's just winning, but it's not impressive at all? I don't know. Like you almost have to give him a big test, like just to see, just to be like,
Yeah.
okay, is he that good, or is it just like these other guys just suck? So it's hard to tell. But I guess we can get into it right now because this is a heavyweight bout. The heavyweight division is now wide opened. Because we have a brand new heavyweight champion, and his name
Finally.
is Tom Aspinall. Over the weekend, well, actually, right after this show, on the post-fight press conference, Dana White announced that John Jones had contacted the UFC and officially said he was retired and gave up the title. And then they crowned Tom, who was interim champ. Now he is the undisputed champion. So John Jones officially has retired from UFC, from MMA, and Tom Aspinall is your new UFC heavyweight champ. This was, I don't want to say shocking news because I kind of felt like it was coming. Dana kept saying, oh, this Tom fight's going to happen. This Tom fight's going to happen. It's going to happen. And then, like, over the past 2 weeks, he's kind of been like, I don't know now. I don't know. And once he started saying that, once he wasn't so confident, I was like, yeah, it's over. It's done. He's going to retire.
It's over, dude. 100% over.
I mean, he has said, Dana did say that Jones did sign a contract to fight Tom Aspinall. He was there. And then he wasn't. He was just like, I guess took it back. Like, no, actually, I don't want to fight. So it's such a weird situation. But
especially when news comes out the literal next day that he's in legal trouble again. I'm like, okay. I'm like, living my best life. I see John. I'm like, oh my God, bro. So, like, he's his own worst enemy sometimes. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Bro. I hope he can enjoy retirement in peace, please.
Right after he gets, well, I shouldn't say he gets retirement. Right after he retires, news broke that he, from what I understand, he was in a car with a woman who they didn't specify, but I'm assuming was not his wife.
John,
they were on drugs. They were on drugs, apparently mushrooms. They got in a car accident. She didn't have pants on. He got out the car and ran on foot. She stayed in the car.
What is he doing?
Obviously, they called her. She told on him. He's now in trouble and has to go to court at the end of the month. So it's like, is shocking? No, not at all.
Exactly. That's the problem.
But like timing wise, it's like, did he retire because he knew he was going to have to deal with the legal troubles, and then it would like back his fighting career up even more? Yada yada yada. I don't know. Maybe.
As that's far my guess, but who knows, bro?
Yeah, as far as Tom though, he posted a statement almost immediately and was like, I am the new heavyweight champion, and I'm going to defend this belt as much as I possibly can and start to revamp the division, which I love to hear.
Yeah.
Because man, we've talked about it, Max, for 20 weeks now.
Yeah.
This fucking heavyweight division. Literally, because we haven't seen John Jones fight since
like he fought Stipe
2024. Yeah, that was
was that this year? I can't remember. I can't remember.
That
was
2024. It's been a long time. John Jones is almost caught up as the longest reigning, which is Cain Velasquez, and he almost did it 2 months, and he would have did it. He almost caught up as the longest reigning heavyweight champion with only one defense, which is crazy. And the one defense is Stipe. But it is weird also in hindsight that everyone thought the John Jones Stipe fight would be both of their retirement fights, and it actually ended up being that. Really.
Yeah. John just took a while to decide.
Yeah, he took forever. Christ. But yeah, back on Tom. So what he said was he's gonna defend this belt as much as he possibly can and get this division rolling, which I love. And poor Tom, because this guy, Tom had been waiting to defend, and he
literally defended once. He defended it.
Yeah, he did defend it.
I'm like, this dude.
He wanted to fight. Dude's like, please, I want to fight. I want to fight. I want to fight. And I feel bad because I don't think it's been a full year, but mostly a year of his career just waiting for John Jones that, to be honest, we all knew wasn't going to happen. So he waited for nothing.
Exactly, bro. It's kind of like Michael Chandler and McGregor, where it was like, bro, you're waiting for no reason.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
But now my question is, though, with this division wide open, who is next for Tom? Because Dana said next week at International Fight Week, they're going to talk to Tom and they're going to set up whatever's next. But who is the question? Because the heavyweight division, while it is finally opened, the heavyweight division has also had not the most top contenders because they're losing. So the only person, and he's been calling for it, and I actually agree with him. The only person I think that deserves to get that fight is Jelton Almeida. I mean, the guy's on a streak. He hasn't fought Tom. Tom's beat Blades, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. Tom's beat Sergey. He's beat all these guys. Like,
bro, Volkov he beat. I'm like,
Jones beat Gon. So it's like, what do you do?
Gon hasn't been inactive. I saw him in an action movie on Netflix. It was actually pretty good, even though it was all in French. I couldn't understand it, but they did have subtitles, so it was actually
and a couple contenders have been fighting out or have been calling out Gon.
So, and then they could always bring back Francis with PFL looking like they could be selling anytime with how shit they're doing, dude.
Hey,
rid of every player.
So that's a whole different thing because Francis has a reporter said at the post-fight press conference, a reporter said that Francis said that he was willing to come back to the UFC. Dana did not seem so keen on that.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like that guy. I'm like, oh.
And then Francis Francis posted, when did I say that? Like, when did I say that I wanted to come back to the UFC? I didn't say that. So I honestly don't know if he said that or not. I'd have to go try and find whatever interview the guy said that he said that on. Would I like Francis back? Yes. But is it going to happen? Probably not. But then the thing goes, if Francis comes back, does that mean Jones comes out of retirement to fight Francis?
Right.
Because that's who he wanted. So it's like.
Wanted. Did he really want it? That's what I'm wondering.
No. Probably not. But then that's also interesting, though, because does Jones think that Francis Ngannou was an easier fight than Tom Aspinall?
I know. I feel like it's tough to say these days with Francis not fighting in MMA too often. It's like he's only fought in one since 2022. So it's like, obviously he did boxing, but MMA and boxing are very different.
Sorry, my fucking computer was shit in the bed, so I had to move to here. And I think it's much, much better. But sorry about all that.
It's okay. We miss you.
We're back.
Welcome back.
Our hamster's back. But yeah,
and you guys started talking about John Jones. I was like, "Fuck, it's a fighting." But God bless America. He's finally retired. Actually, God bless England. Like, I don't know. The Queen's dead, so England, I guess the King's cool or whatever. I don't know. Really, not really. But no, God bless Tom Aspinall. I'm so fucking happy about this. Like, when Brady put massive news, it's after the event. I'm on a walk. I'm fucking trying to do at least like 5 miles. And like massive news, I'm like, sure, buddy. And then he puts John Jones retired. I'm like, huh? I was fucking running like I was Superman. I was like, holy moly, there's no fucking way we actually got a John Jones retirement. And then one of my buddies was like, he's still fighting? I'm like, exactly. That's how shitty John Jones has been. The guy has only done 3 fights in 5 years, and the first fight he did, he basically lost Dominic Reyes. He moves up, fights Serial God, and everyone's like, oh wow, he just choked him out like nothing. Okay, cool. And then he fucking fights Stipe Miocic in a fight that we didn't need. We didn't need a Stipe fight at all. I would have enjoyed Stipe versus Aspinall more than I would have enjoyed Jones versus Stipe, because it's just like, it was nothing. It was like beating up a dead deer. There's really nothing you can do about that.
For real. It was not the prime Stipe, bro. It was like Stipe coming off of years of layoff and being knocked out. I'm like, if this is back in the day, I'd like to see this. I'm like, if this is like back when Stipe was in his prime, not when he's coming out of retirement, that'd be one thing. But I'm like, yeah, it just doesn't hit the same when it's obvious that the guy's not in his prime, you know? I'm like, that's like Fedor fighting fucking some dude in Bellator. Obviously, that's not the same. than if he was in his prime fighting him. I'm like, okay, definitely hits different. Context is important, and yeah, I feel like John just banked on people just looking at his resume years down the line, being like, oh, Stipe, oh, nice. So bro's thinking ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Brady, could you post the comment that just got put in our chat?
Yeah.
Thank you. And thank you. Crank that hog, Randy. Crank that hog.
The GOAT.
There we go.
I love Randy.
But yeah, Jones. Man, it's so weird because we saw what happened when Stipe left. We saw what happened when we saw what happened when like Michelle Watterson left. So the fact that John Jones gets just, hey, he's retired on a post show from Baku, Azerbaijan, and that's really it. It was just so weird.
I know.
Because no matter what anyone really says, he is, if he's not your GOAT, he is one of the GOATs, one of the best. So for him to be, I don't want to say disrespected, but just felt like a passover. Like, yeah, he retired, whatever. It was just weird. It was just very strange. Like,
I almost feel like it's his own fault. It's like, bro, if you told us when you're actually retiring, maybe we could have something ready. Not just call me randomly and be like, I'm retired, bro.
That too, but Dana also said that he retired the night before. So they could have just like had a video or something like mid-show or something, even though he wasn't there, but like tell the world like, hey, he's retired. Here's a video. Da 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 da.
I will say, I feel like that would have also messed with the show's broadcast because you mentioned like the heavyweight GOAT retires and then everybody else is supposed to fight. I feel like the crowd's gonna be like, oh, we can just go home now because they did that essentially with the co-main event. Bahamas. Once that fight was done, they're like, all right, it's time to go home. That shit was empty the whole arena. I was like, this is the main event here. They didn't give 2 fucks.
I know. It was because it was so damn late, bro. I think it was like 2 a.m. there.
2 in the morning.
Like,
what the fuck? Where the views at? I can't say them.
I know, dude.
Yeah.
The time of the UFC is sometimes so weird, bro. They'll have them fight at like fucking in the middle of the night. I'm like, what is going on, bro? I'm like, I get you have to have it at a certain time for like make sure people can watch it, but I'm like, damn.
Well, this
the
is
crazy
also
ones are when they go like I think like Australia and it's like 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. They're already drunk in the yeah, we're ready for the fights. Like, what the fuck is going on here?
Bro, they don't fuck around down under.
That was also like another thing with this is awful weird tangent, but Dana White said yesterday that UFC will be having an event on Mexican Independence Day, but it'll run before Canelo versus Crawford, and then it will go into that show so fans could watch both main cards without them interlapping. So in that case, when the fuck is UFC show starting?
Yeah,
because
I think so no, hold on. The Crawford and Canelo fight, where's it going to be held at again?
Vegas.
They're both in Vegas.
So they're both in Vegas. So it might be a noon card for the UFC Noche. And then oh my goodness, because you'd have to run the prelims at like 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
And then noon, then you finish the fights by 3 p.m. because usually boxing cards start like 2-3 p.m. for like the West Coast and everything. So I'm specifically thinking like 9 a.m. and then noon will be the main card, and then 3 p.m. they'll get everything rolling for boxing, and then we'll have like 5 hours of like 12-round fights, like 4 12-round fights of 5 hours. So it should be fun. No, but I saw that tweet as well when you posted, and then you're like, early UFC Noche card. And I like the idea, but I also don't like the idea of just 2 cards in a row. Like, you have to watch the UFC card and then you have to go right into the boxing card. Sometimes a motherfucker needs a nap. You know what I mean? Like, especially in the middle of the day, it's like I can't take my midday naps anymore. Like, come on.
Well, for me, I enjoy it because I have to watch both at one time and cover both at the same time. So at least I can watch one, but yeah, it was just weird. The whole thing's weird. Everything's weird. After
Dana
that
promoting boxing, it's like what?
Dana was in the middle of Crawford Canelo. face off when they got a little pushy. So
Yeah, I know. It's so weird seeing him in boxing. I'm like, yeah, it was so funny, bro. He's like, the bonus will be 6 figures. I'm like, oh, no, he's like, over 6 figures. And everyone's like, bro thinks he's still at the UFC, bro. I'm like, a bonus of 6 figures for Canelo? I'm like, that's nothing, bro. I'm like, that's like 10% of what he makes, probably less.
Canelo ain't even getting that bonus because Crawford's going to knock his ass out.
Oh.
Canelo's thinking too. I love how Canelo's teasing the idea of, I'm going to possibly jump over to the WWE, and Crawford's just thinking, I'm going to knock your motherfucking ass out. Like, it's just so great.
I'm loving the build-up.
It's going to be so much fun. It's build once in a lifetime, and I just had that, voices in the air. Like, it's Invincible by MGK.
There's going to have a rematch twice in a lifetime.
Yeah. Greatness versus Redemption next year.
For real.
Yeah, it was a weird weekend as far as announcements go, but back on track here. We do have more fights.
Yeah, we got.
Almost forgot.
On track so much.
Usman
we got on fight number 1.
Yeah, Usman did get the win here. Me and Max got that, and then we move on to Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maksum. This was a fight. Tagir, first round, Tagir went for four very good takedowns, but Maksu was able to stuff and defend them all. They traded shots back and forth for the rest of the round. Close round, I thought, in round 1. Round 2, some good strikes from Tagir. He tried another takedown but failed. Maxim ended up getting a takedown of his own. Tagir did have a terrible fence grab.
No point or nothing.
The ref just whatever. Round 2 ended with Maxim on top and Tagir looking for a guillotine but couldn't get it. Round 3, Tagir still couldn't get a takedown, so they just decided to strike. Both men were trading punches, knees, elbows, in the clinch. Back and forth right to the end of the round. Maxim did get 2 takedowns to end the fight. Tagir has taken down all of his previous opponents, but that streak has now been broken. But then Tagir won 29-28, 30-27, 30-27, which I very much disagreed with, but he did get the win, and we all picked him, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I did not agree with those scorecards, especially the 30-27s, because he definitely didn't win all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Rami was saying he scored at 30-27.
I was about to say, I did the same thing too. Brady was walking around like, I'm going to fuck him up. I'm going to fuck him up now. I'm like, I can see why it's so stupid in the end for me to pick that. I know, microphone insane, right? Crazy. I can see why it's so stupid for me to pick that in the end. But I will say that Tagir definitely did, take that without a doubt. But it's just the mind-boggling judges. But I will say that I did score a certain 10-7 round in a later on fight that we'll get to, like later on down the line. And I have good reason to do it, but you will get to it. But no, I'm very happy about this because I needed to get back onto my winning ways. Because
yeah,
me and Max and Rami shit the bed. It's not really fun. It's not fun when you shit the bed, especially.
Especially when Brady's over here freaking dominating.
I know. He gets sick, and I have a great week, and then he's not sick, and then he has a great week. Like. Come on, man. Where were you? Vegas? Azerbaijan? Where were you at, buddy?
Both fighting crime secretly.
Crime fighter.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it was a close fight, but I could also see an argument for Tagir in every round, too. So I'm like, I don't know. It's tough for me. I definitely think I'd probably score at 29-28. But yeah, I think Tagir did just enough. It was a really close, though. So. It was one. This is why I hate the MMA scoring, where it's like it can be 3 close rounds, and then they can still give it 30-27, even though it's way closer in reality. And then you could have 2 dominant rounds, but then lose another round just a little bit. And even though you dominated more in that fight, the scorecards will make it look like you didn't. It's weird how the scoring works. And I wish sometimes there was more. Like differentiation between dominant round where it's like you don't have to 10-8, but it's like if it's a close round, I feel like it should be like 9-9,
Yeah, but my thing was I'm not mad at Tagir winning. I am more so like confused as to 30-27 because to give was at 0 rounds when, especially early on, like I said, Tagir was just trying for multiple takedowns and failing. Like,
Yeah.
what are we scoring here? Are we scoring the takedown attempts? Are we scoring the takedown defended? Because he defended every single takedown and made him fail and then took him down. So, like, what's the scoring criteria here? Is just it's been wonky. It will continue to be wonky.
Yeah.
I just don't understand what is more important: takedown attempts, even though he's failing, or takedowns defended. And he's not putting in offense, but he is stifling the other
succeeding
opponent's
at defending.
offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like
100%. And he was pretty good on the stand up too. So like they were really close. I'm like,
yeah,
it was close everywhere. It's like
it was way closer than the judges made it seem.
Yeah. Plus the fence grab. Let's not even talk about that. That could have affected the fight if they either did something more about it or took a point or something. Where I'm like, yeah, he got him down after that. I'm like, bro, for like 1.5 seconds. I'm like, yeah, I feel like it's pretty clear he probably would have got a better position if he didn't fence grab.
Yeah.
And they didn't do anything.
If the other ref was in there, maybe we would have.
Yeah.
But it was just, yeah. Like I said, Tagir winning, not mad about, but I just feel a little bad because 30-27 was a bit egregious to me. But hey, I'll take it though because we all picked Tagir, so we'll take that for sure.
Dub.
Decent fight there, and then we move on to the women where I think everyone in the world was didn't do so hot on these two.
Yeah, not at all.
We kick off with Irina Alekseeva versus Claudia Segula. We all went with Alekseeva, but Claudia Segula gets the win. Good round one for Segula. Both landed some solid strikes, but Alekseeva kept leaving her hands low, and her chin was opened way, way too often. She did get kicked low towards the end of the round, so pausing the action there.
Yeah.
Round two, Alekseeva started off fast, but was quickly low blowed again. While Alekseeva did land some decent strikes, Segula just had more volume, I thought. Round three, again, Alekseeva's defense just not good. Just not good. Kept them hands down. Segula was landing some big shots, dropped her with a back fist, and then got a takedown, landed some ground and pound. Round ended, and Alekseeva takes the L here. Claudia Segula gets the win via unanimous decision, 30-27 all. I didn't mind this 30-27 because she definitely lost. Even though none of us picked her.
She dominated.
So, yeah, she dominated.
Much different than
domination.
For real. I'm like, yeah. She had a lot more size than I expected. She was looking pretty big for that weight.
Yeah, my issue, I don't even say issue, it's her fault, but she just kept her hands down, like put them hands up. She just continued. Every strike was landing because she just let her, like at least put them up. If you don't have head movement, just put your hands up. I don't get these fighters wanting to get hit because then if it goes to a decision, you look like you lost, and she did lose. So defend.
For real, it's like if you can't move your head, then put your hands up. One of the two. One of the two. Move your feet, move your head, or put your hands up. You can't do none of them.
Yeah, so that was certainly a fight there.
Dominant. Segula. I mean, maybe she underestimated her like everyone else did. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Yeah, we definitely did.
And we also underestimated Daria here. So Daria, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this last name. Zelensikayeva. Something like that.
Almost.
I'm gonna call her Daria. Defeats Melissa Mullins via unanimous decision, 30-27, 30-27, 29-28. Round one, solid early success from Daria, but things started to turn around a little bit. Mullins was landing some good shots, got the fight on the ground, did lock in an armbar, but couldn't get the finish. Round two, Daria landed some good shots. Mullins, she was in it, but it just felt like she was a step behind the whole time. Round three was about the same. We go to decision. Daria gets the win. We all picked Mullins. she lost.
Yeah.
Not too hot here on the women's MMA side this week.
Not at all, dude.
I will say though, the women did kick a lot of ass. Those two were very, very bloody fights. And I was the whole time I'm thinking to myself like, God damn, they're doing better than the men. And I'm not even saying that as like in a weird like misogyny type of way or whatever the fuck. But no, it was more so like holy fuck, they're actually kicking ass more. Because you open up with Usman versus Hamdi, and I'm thinking to myself, oh, heavyweight action, we got big beefy men throwing beef. So I'm like, okay, this should be fun. And it wasn't fun. We got the leg kicks, and then we just got tired punches throughout the whole fight. And then the women were like, no, we're just gonna fuck each other up. And then that's what we got from this. We did vote for the wrong people, but at the end of the day, like, I will say this though, like that third round, and even though there was a point deduction with it with the fence grab, it was just very, very annoying just to see a fence grab in general. It's like I know the first ever UFC Octagon idea was to put an electric fence, and that's a very bad idea. But I'm starting to think that we should probably institute something like an electric fence. So you grab onto it, like for more than 1 second, it just shocks you. Boom, make you learn your lesson. You know what I mean?
So Dana has control of it. Instead of the ref standing him up, Dana just shocks the freaking fence.
Fucking shock over again. Like, golly.
Yeah, a lot of the fights honestly had low blows, eye posts, fence grabs. It was one of those nights, sadly. But I hate to see it. But hey, Mullins got the L, so we did not look so hot there.
Not at
all. Not looking too good for us. But we start to turn things around with the next one as Jun Young Park gets the win over Ismail Nardiev via unanimous decision 29-26, 29-26, 29-25. This was a fight. Park comes out fast, lands some great jabs, was overwhelming Ismail, but was poked in the eye. Park's volume was a little crazy. He wobbled Ismail towards the end of the round. And then round 2 was where everything started to get fun. Park was poked in the eye again right away. Then after the break, they got into a clinch. Park was shoved down. Then Ismail kneed Park in the head while the ref was down, busted his eye open. The ref stopped it. Ismail celebrated like he won, jumped on top of the cage, cheering. Ref's like, you did not fucking win. You just illegally beat him. Then they let Park continue after his eye honestly looked terrible. It was bleeding. It was a little swollen. Mm-hmm. They let him go. I guess he wanted to. They finished the round very grapple heavy. Round 3, Park gets a takedown and dominated the round. Kept him there, was smiling, was laughing. Just held him on the ground. Looked for submissions, couldn't get any, so go to the decision. And Park gets the win after a 2-point take.
Yeah.
The Iron Turtle gets the win, so that's why the scores are 29-26, 29-26, 29-25. So there we go. The Iron Turtle gets it done. Don't cheat the turtle because he'll win.
For real, that was crazy. It must have pissed him off because after that, he went from losing the fight to dominating. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, honestly, the celebration would have pissed me off. Bro's over here jumping on the cage, cheering like you just won, and you actually
just so obvious.
Face. Yeah, very obvious. He was fully down.
Yeah, like not even close to being up. He wasn't even trying to get up.
We got a comment, by the way, on YouTube. They were referencing the greatest bowler of all time. Who do you think you are? I am.
Hey.
But,
shout out that's how Ismail felt when he hit that knee. Thought he won.
For real, dude.
He was wrong.
That was so awkward. The excitement, and then maybe all of his adrenaline went towards the celebration, and then he didn't have any energy left after.
Yeah.
It's like that time Anderson Silva like knocked out like Michael Bisping.
Yes,
in that
exactly.
5-rounder, and then he's like losing his mind. He's like, I won. And Herb Dean's like, no, you didn't. The round ended. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's almost jinx. You celebrate too quick, you're guaranteed to lose.
Too quick. Exactly. Never celebrate. Always be angry. Anything good comes in your life, be pissed off about it.
I think that's the lesson we should take away.
You get married.
Don't celebrate until they raise your freaking hand.
Get mad.
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, we all pick Park, so I'll take that. That's a dub.
Facts. We'll
Hell
take it.
yeah.
Iron Turtle
It,
for the win.
it was a walk in the park for us.
Iron Turtle, hey, next champ. Calling it now.
Real. He's coming. Drickus better watch out.
But yeah, that was the most action we got in these prelims because we didn't get any finishes. So the
Nope.
Iron Turtle getting kneed in the face and almost finished was our big action here.
Yeah.
As we head to the prelim headliner, as Siokon Ko defeats Oban Elliott, and they doubted my boy. Drickus is the GOAT. I don't know about that, but
The Iron Turtle might be coming for him. Nah.
Iron Turtle's going to whip his ass.
Drickus versus first he has to fight Combat. That one will be fun. If they leave, they don't even announce. I'm waiting.
Yeah, it's been announced for Chicago official.
Okay, good.
Chicago.
So Siokon Ko, the Korean Tyson, he calls himself. They doubted you, my boy, but I didn't.
Yeah, we doubted him.
He defeats Oban Elliott round 1. Good first round for Ko. Oban was going in for the grappling exchanges, but Ko was landing some good knees and strikes in the clinch. Round 2, Oban went for a takedown right away, but Ko reversed it and got Oban down. Ko landed some great strikes on the ground. Had a few submission attempts, kept top control for the rest of the round. Round 3, Ko got a takedown immediately. His judo was very good.
Mm-hmm.
He did cut Oban up above the eye, got some ground and pound, dominated, and won 30-27 across the board. So Oban Elliott, who was on a streak, now takes the L to the debuting Korean Tyson. I'll take it.
Yeah. Good pick from you, dude.
Performance. It was a really fun, dominant performance from Ko because, of course, first time seeing him and thinking, I wonder how this is going to turn out. Because Oban was fighting like Dustin Poirier did against Benoit Saint Denis for a moment, and I was like, oh, we're going to get like a guillotine action. That wasn't the case. Ko is just too good. Like, I'm seriously mad at myself for doubting him. Like, I don't think in my entire lifetime I would doubt this guy again, unless like there's literally an opponent that matches every single style and every single skill that he has. Because until then, he is fucking everybody up. That whole fight was amazing. He sprawled and then just switched it right into backside, and the whole time I'm thinking to myself, damn, Oban's fucked. And I said Oban's fucked maybe like 20 times because it was a very dangerous situation that entire fight. But Ko was so good, so damn. Korean Tyson they call him. Yeah. I agree, but dude, like he's more than just Tyson because he had. I never seen Tyson wrestle. You ever seen Tyson wrestle? I've seen him throw blows. Yeah. I've never seen him
WWE.
He threw hooks. That's all he did. That's all he did. Chris Jericho and Shawn Michaels. That's it. And shoving Stone Cold Steve Austin, please.
But yeah, I saw this guy on the whatever show, the Road 2 show or whatever the hell it's called.
Yeah.
He was knocking people out. He looked really good, so that's why I picked him. These guys who were coming off these shows, we saw it at 316. I forget the dude's name on the prelims who got that 28-second knockout or whatever. These dudes
the one you were losing your mind over.
Yeah, and I
Baby
wish
Zombie.
I could remember his name. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, Zombie Jr. or whatever the hell his name was.
Jr.
We got Korean Tyson and Zombie Jr. These guys are coming off these shows in Korea, and they're fucking good. The issue is no UFC champion has come from that region in the male divisions. So maybe these could do that. We'll see.
No. Yeah, I can see it, dude. 100%.
The guys coming up in these shows they're looking really good. So I had to pick him. I know Oban Elliott was on a little bit of a streak, but this guy, man, he's good. So I went with him, and they paid off.
For real, bro. Definitely paid off, dude. I remember I picked against Elliott in his last fight, so I was like, all right, I won't doubt him again. Damn it. Go freaking had other plans.
MMA is the theater of the unpredictable and the most bipolar sport we'll ever watch. So
Exactly, bro.
It's always something crazy.
So
but
I know, dude.
Congrats, Brady. Honestly, like it was really good to see that you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna doubt this motherfucker. I've spent restless nights watching this motherfucker to see how he does, and good on you for that one, bastard.
Yeah, this was hey, you know who's the real bastards here? I'll tell you who the real bastards are. Both of the women we picked, because damn, I could have had an undefeated prelim, but these screwed me over, man. You both screwed me over. I could have had all prelim predictions correct. but you guys fucked me up, and I'm pissed about
Brady
it.
hates
And you know
women
what?
confirmed.
No, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I come on here almost every single week, and I hype up that women's MMA, and I always say they have good showings. And if this is the thanks I get. You both lose.
The games. When you have
This
an
is
undefeated
bullshit.
fight, otherwise, what the fuck?
Fucking flips his laptop, throws everything.
Like, I'm done.
Oh man, but
Bro.
it was a good. It was not a good prelims. What am I saying? It was not a good prelims. For example, like
No.
there was nothing
No
dominant.
finishes.
Like no finishes. So I was like,
Yeah,
all right, but
the only
main card.
good prelim here was this headliner. I like Co's showing, but other than that, everything else was whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
no finishes. We're looking for a main card where at this point we were like, I was hoping, man, I hope this whole main card is full of finishes.
Yeah.
Because this was something. And it started early. For me it was 12. For you guys it was what, 9? So
Yeah,
rough morning to sit through.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I woke up like at 8:52 a.m. and I was like, wait a minute, aren't the fights today? I just laid in bed the whole time putting on the fights, and I was like, it should be good, and I was stressed. You should not be stressed at 9 in the morning on a Saturday. You should not be stressed.
Too early to be
on a
stressed.
fight.
Waking up
Exactly.
at
It's like,
9 a.m.
this is
for 6 straight decisions is crazy.
I know, for
I
real,
know.
bro.
I know,
Oh
man. I
my
could have slept
God.
in, bastards. Every time.
But hey,
Never trust these overseas cards ever again.
honestly,
They get sleepy because it's so in the middle of the fucking night.
Oh please.
Even
I
they
could
go to
drink
bed.
water.
Well, take energy drink. You're good to go.
but then we
Don't
head
they
into
got a Prime sponsorship? They could do it.
Bro, Monster Energy.
they have Monster Prime, they got all that shit.
They got all that.
Celsius, whatever the hell. We move into our main card, kicking us off with Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. I went with Naimov. You both went with Grad. This was a solid fight here. Naimov landed a nice hook kick early. Grad was able to stay up, secure a takedown. Grad landed some nice elbows, got back up to the feet. Grad was going for more grappling to end the round. Round 2, Grad landed some good strikes early, but he continued to go for grappling exchanges, but Naimov did a good job at not allowing a takedown. He did have some submission attempts against the cage, but he was taken down at the last second. Round 3, Naimov tries for a head kick, but Grad got an early takedown. Naimov reverses it, gets top control. Ref ended up standing them up, just struck a little. It was a very uneventful round there. And then they gave it to Muhammad Naimov 29-28 across the board. So Naimov got the win. I don't know if I agree with it, but I also don't know if I disagree. It was a fight. It wasn't anything crazy. So
Yeah.
imagine this guy. He had to wake up way early or late. I don't know.
I feel like it was probably more lined up. I don't know. Maybe you tell us.
Maybe.
Yeah, you tell us. What time was it for you? Was it
come on, Adrian. Come on, Rocky Star, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Matt.
Yo. What's up, Matt?
Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in, boys.
But yeah, this was an uneventful fight here, really. I mean, there's some solid stuff, but nothing crazy to kick us off.
Yeah, 100%, bro. It was pretty boring. I'm looking here at the stats. They combined for a total of 49 significant strikes in the whole fight. So I'm like, when there's less than 50 significant strikes landed, I'm not too entertained. But some of the crazy shit that Naimov was throwing was actually landing, especially in that first round where Grad was nearly
the head kicks
rocked.
And shit was crazy.
Yeah, so it was at least a little bit of craziness mixed into a little bit of a boring fight.
Yeah, raise up, North Carolina.
Yeah, shout out.
It was a fight, but I'm glad I went with Naimov.
Bro, you got us again on this one, bro.
Kicking on the main card hot.
Rami tried to sneak in Grad. Not quite. Didn't quite do enough.
Nope, not one bit. We did not do shit.
Hey, you know what we did all do? We got the next one right, and we finally got a fucking finish.
And a good fight. Oh my god.
The best fight.
Amazing.
The best fight. Nazim Sadikov defeats Nicholas Mota via TKO in round 2. Round 1, Moda landed some nice shots. He had Nazim hurt. He started going crazy on him against the cage. Nazim survived. Then he hurt Moda with a head kick. Then he started going crazy against the cage. Both men started swinging. They got into some grappling exchanges against the cage. Round ended. Round 2, they come out. Nazim split Moda's forehead open with a great elbow. Both dudes were just throwing back and forth. Nazim was throwing the elbows like crazy. They started going at it against the cage. Nazim backed him, Moda up against the cage, landed an absolute bomb that finished him. Crazy fight. Crazy all action. They did not stop. Punch, 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 takedown, up, down, takedown, punch, punch, punch. The whole time. It was crazy.
For real.
I don't know the strike count. Maybe Max does, but it was wild. I know that because Dana was hyping it up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, in round 1, they already had over 70 landed combined. So they already had more than that last round in 3. Then that last fight in 3 rounds in the first round. And then they did even more in the next round. Landed 84 combined in the second round. So this is close to a perfect fight where you can get where even though it was like straight brawling, you could still tell the technique was on point, or Sadiq was able to protect himself when he was getting freaking pummeled. Even though it looked like he was getting pummeled, he was actually protecting himself pretty well. Able to survive that and then come back from that and hurt Mota himself and then get the finish in that next round where it was like, okay, maybe they'll slow down after that first round. And then they're both gassed, but no, they're both ready. They're like, all right, let's just continue exactly what we were doing in that last round. And sure enough, Mota eventually his chin cracked. It was like, whose chin is going to crack first with how that fight was going? It was almost a guaranteed knockout.
Yeah, and it was Sadikov's. He was representing Azerbaijan, so this is perfect for him.
For real.
The crowd was like electric. It was exciting. I was scared because Mota got him in that corner and was just throwing heavy blows. And then what do you call it? To be put back into the other corner and just get the exact same type of heavy stuff.
Shout out, Matt. Thank you. I do the graphics, bro. Shout out to you.
Yeah, that was Max. He does the graphics.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
For us to see Mota get cracked like that, like the way his face, it looked like his face was to peel off from the punches. That's how fucking horrible those and dangerous those fucking punches were. I love it, but my God, like this. Hold on. I have a question. This got a bonus, right?
Yeah, double bonus.
This got all the bonuses. Dana gave this fight of the night. He gave it fight of the night, and both got performance bonuses.
It was perfect from both guys. They came in there and they said, "Wow, these motherfuckers are sleeping. Let's put each other to sleep," you know?
Yeah.
And it was perfect. But I will say this. Yeah.
Hey, the hat is back.
You know, because we're winning. It's back to the winning ways. You know what I mean? Hey, what does the watch say? It's winning time. And you know, I'm happy about that because oh my God, if I didn't get to wear this fucking hat this week, I would not have shown up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. If I don't have an opportunity to wear the hat, I'm not showing up, man.
This show's just becoming Rami's excuse to wear the hat.
Exactly. It's like my part-time contract. You know what I mean? I signed like 5 appearances per year. And
hold on. Wait.
Oh yeah, Brady.
My question is, are you gonna wear it if you only get one win? Are you gonna have to lose every fight to not wear it? Because you didn't win this week. I
did. No, we both picked Rountree, pal. So
I mean,
off the main event.
You won some fights, but you didn't win the whole thing.
So no, you did that two weeks ago. You did the same shit. You were losing the whole fucking card, and then you won the main event. And you're like, guys, I won. Guys, I won the card, pal. I know you. I
don't have a hat on.
So yeah, buy a hat then. You can't buy this one. It's clean. It's too good.
No, remember we're coming for that hat. Remember?
Oh fuck that.
Yeah. We're gonna come grab that hat next time.
Oh please.
Brady's on his way right now. This is a deep
damn. I won.
Nah, fuck that shit. I won last week. You barely won this week.
I wasn't here. I don't know that.
Hey, we tied, bro. Phil's claiming every week now.
You're right. But you're like, I'm sick. I can't make it to the show. I'm sick right now. I'm losing, but I'm still here. I'm still making it.
Yeah, correct. Losing.
Yeah.
Winning. I won all 3 fights. Come on, pal. Get out of here.
I'm seeing
Why are we
9-3 for Brady.
Whoa.
9
Why are
and
we
3
fighting? We gotta
and
kiss.
6 and
We gotta
6.
we gotta kiss it out. Actually, we gotta kiss. It's Pride Month still. We gotta kiss it out. Come on, get over here.
No. I won. I'm taking it.
Oh, he took the hat off. He conceded.
No,
Oh, he put it back.
no. I took it off because I was like, okay, maybe I had the hat on too long. But no, fuck that. I'm keeping it on until I lose, which is like the co-main event.
But yeah, this fight was crazy. Dana did give $100K to each man. They got every bonus, fight of the night and both performances. Nobody else got a bonus, just these two, because they're stingy with their money. So, but to be fair, in fairness, nobody else deserved it. So this got all the bonuses. I'm happy about that. I wonder if Mota maybe gassed out a little bit when he was going crazy against.
Oh yeah, he definitely gassed out when Nazim had him up against the other side of the cage. You could tell that deep breath he let out like twice. He was like, "Come on, man! I think I might a little bit fucked up," but he didn't give up. He still went in. He still threw a lot of action, more blows, but it was just about testing the chin for both men, and Nazim was not going to give up, especially when you have your whole crowd behind you. I know last fight he said he threw his game plan out the window and that he shit hit the fan, but that was besides the point for this one here. He loved the support from the crowd, he needed it, and he got the fucking big finish with it. They both deserve the bonuses, and I'm glad that they got it because they definitely lit up the entire crowd for what we needed to be a good card that wasn't that great. You know what I mean? It was pretty decent. I would you know what I mean? Like,
this is the highlight
decent.
for sure.
It's exactly. Yeah. This was the big highlight of the fight. Besides, I would say maybe the main event because of how just how the performance went for our boy. But yeah.
Hey, the next one we got to finish too. I'll say.
Yeah, I'd say if this fight wasn't a banger, then I'd be like, man, this card sucked because there's only one other finish besides this one. So yeah.
You're right.
Definitely was a crazy KO though.
Yeah, and like you said, Nazim said that he went crazy and kind of, threw his game plan out the window in the last fight. Honestly, I think he did the same thing this fight, but he did just get the win here because he just did it better. He was like, "Fuck it, Mota's going crazy. I might as well do it too."
I was so scared for a moment too because when Mota was landing all those punches, the referee kept stepping in close. I'm like, "Brother, get the fuck back! Get back, man! Don't do this to me!" But then he was like, "You know what? He was like, you know what? Let the chaos commence," and it was perfect. I loved it. It really fucking good fight. I might actually watch it back after we're done with the show. I'm like, you know what? That was actually pretty awesome.
I think the reason here was because you're right. The ref was like inching, and I was like, don't do it. But I think the reason he didn't do it because Nazim did a really good job at, though he was getting hit with his hands up, he kept moving. He was good at, like he was spinning around.
Yeah. He was getting his arms were getting hit, his elbows were getting hit, but he was still moving, keeping his head clean. So that was good for him. Huh?
Yeah, very, very good defense. So all those people who complain about people stepping in, just fucking move. Honestly, it doesn't matter where you move, even if you're getting hit, just move.
Bro,
because
Patchy mix.
Yeah, Patchy.
Oh my god.
Now, well, he needs to just fucking move this way.
He needed to do something.
God damn. But yeah, good fight. The best fight there. So props to both guys. Mota takes a L, but I think even in defeat, helps him a little bit here because everyone's going to remember, man, he had a crazy ass fight. So
I agree.
They want to see him again. So yeah, good stuff for both.
After the fight, he was in good spirits because he texted one of my buddies and he was like, "Man, I am hungry." Like, especially after you go through hell like that, you're like, you know what? I need some fucking food. I just did a whole ass weight cut. I went through hell right now. I need some goddamn grub in my stomach. So I'm glad that they were both in good spirits about this.
Yeah, they both said that. He said that was a fight that he wanted. Like, he wanted to have a crazy ass fight like that, even though he lost. He did, and it was awesome. So, and they both got 100K, so you can't complain about that. So,
for real.
We'll take it off. I mean, I could complain that they need to give him more, but we'll take it.
True, but I'll give him $1 million.
But then we all got that right, so we'll take that, and we all got the next one correct as Miktabek Orobai defeats Tafik Musayev via submission in round 1 So round 1, which was the only round, Orbai was taking it slow a little bit early. He was calm. He wasn't getting too wild while Tafik was working his jabs and kicks. And then Orbai did a good job at not chasing the finish. He waited. Tafik went for a body kick. He caught it, took him down, grappled a little bit. He got to the back and took that. He was almost looking for a choke, couldn't get it, started working towards the arm, and he got the arm with the Kimura. So round 1 submission from Orbai. I really liked his performance here. I thought he was so Tafik was I don't want to say going crazy, but he was throwing strikes, jab, punch, kick, and Orbai was just waiting. I got it, and he did. Once he threw that body kick, he caught it. Down he goes, gets a submission. Really mature performance here from Orbai, and something he needed. So happy for him to get that quick submission in round 1, and we all picked him, so we'll take that.
Oh yeah.
Fact,
really nothing much to talk about with this fight. You know what I mean? He got the submission. It's gonna be very exciting to see what happens next for him. I don't want to be a douchebag here, but I don't want to talk about the next fight because no offense to hold on, what the hell's going on here?
Every single Monday after fights. If there's no fight that week, then we don't do it. But every Monday, 1 p.m. Eastern, after Saturday's fights.
Bo, thanks for tuning in, bro. Yeah, one other thing I'll say about Orbai, though. I'm Bo missed weight bad or couldn't even attempt to make weight. So I'm he needs to move up to 170 because his last fight before this was also a catchweight fight. I'm Bo has not been fighting in a division. I'm
he doesn't want to become the new he doesn't want to become the new Kelvin Gastelum, you know what I mean?
Exactly, bro. So I'm he's kind of an in-between fighter, but you can't be making up your own weight class every time. I'm he's been fighting at 160.
That's also the issue, though, with some of these guys. Not to defend them, but
there's a big
they're
jump.
in a weird position. Yeah, they're in a weird position where they can't make 55, but they're too small for 70. So it's I feel like if he went to 70, he'd get his ass beat. But he can't make 55. So what do you do?
Yeah, it's he had that one. I think in his debut he fought. Oh, see, I'll have to do Bronx chokes all over. Elia, I like
We'll
it.
see. I like that.
We'll see.
Know who Matt's picking.
That's the thing. I'm very fucking excited for this weekend's card. That's this weekend, right? This weekend? You got it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Coming. Yep.
Oh my god, beautiful. But like I said, I don't want to talk about the next fight. Curtis Blades versus Kanaev. I don't know how to feel about that at all because
big Blades.
I'm glad that we grabbing Blades, but Blades was not winning. That third round, he was not winning. He was getting pieced. He even said it himself. He was that was the worst performance I've had. That was just awful.
Yeah.
And, my God. The whole time I think to myself, you know what? It's okay. He's losing. And then I was it's okay. And then I literally said this. I was when they were doing the what was that? What was that? Who smacked someone?
I don't know. That wasn't me.
Anyways. Okay.
What was it?
Okay, anyways. And when they're doing the announcing, he's and the winner is, I'm Kanaev. And they're Curtis Blades. I'm the fuck? What do you mean? He's the winner. And we win with Curtis Blades. He didn't feel like he won.
Yeah.
I don't know with you guys if you thought that third round that went his way, but I don't fucking think it did. It was tied, maybe 1-1, but Curtis threw the entire game plan out the window. Literally the entire game plan of, hey, I'm a wrestler. I dominate every single person. I'm big as fuck. I got big balls. And then he did none of that. He just stood there and just took a bunch of blows to the head. And then he still won. It's what is this, TNA? The reverse battle royal? You're supposed to win by getting knocked out? It makes no sense. And what were your guys' thoughts on this?
I don't know. I wasn't too mad at it, honestly. Maybe it was because I picked him, but
I'm not mad that I picked him. I'm just mad that the judges would just on crack.
I feel neither guy looked good. In my opinion, neither guy looked that good. So I'm I was kind of fine with either one.
Yeah. So
dumping a diaper and
I thought
over a freeway.
I'm the other guy didn't do much either, So I'm I wasn't impressed.
With my notes here, round one, like grapple heavy round, of course, that's what I expected. Blades did get an early takedown, which is crazy because when you think of Curtis Blades, you think of wrestler. This is his first takedown in like a couple fights. He hasn't been able to get a takedown. So he
Yeah.
finally got a takedown. Did most of the controlling in round one. Boom. Thought he won that solely based off that. Round two, solid striking on the feet from Kunaev. Blades' left eye started to get a little bit swollen. Nice jabs and nice uppercuts from him. Big momentum shift. Round two, Kunaev gets that for me. So I was at it 1-1 going into the third. Round three, Kunaev landed some nicely timed knee to the face. He hurt Blades momentarily. Blades took the back on the feet, tried to get a takedown, couldn't. Traded some shots to end the round. I thought Kunaev won that third round. 2-1, he gets it. But no, he didn't. Curtis Blades gets the win. Split decision. I will say that. Split decision, 29-28 across the board. And then Blades said post-fight that he said in round one, he felt his MCL pop. So if that's the case, then he was hurt going in the second and third. So I don't. He got the win though. I didn't really give it to him, but he got it, and I'll take it because I picked him. But then he also called for the Cyril Gane fight, so he wants Cyril Gane next. So we'll see if that happens. I don't mind that.
Hopefully, he really hurt his leg because that was not a good performance. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
hopefully he didn't get hurt.
Injured. if he wasn't hurt, I'm like, bro, that other guy Kunaev, I'm not impressed with. I'm not.
Yeah, both were just whatever. And this guy, dude, this guy's unranked, by the way. And Curtis Blades is number 5. So I don't know.
It was a tough matchup for his first fight, so he definitely did better than I expected, for sure.
But on the flip side of that, I don't know if this is UFC's fault or Curtis Blades' fault. Like, is Curtis Blades just not that good to be top 5? Or is UFC just, like, kind of ruined? I don't want to say ruined this guy's career, but they could have given him, like, a tune-up fight before debuting him in the top 5. That's crazy.
For real. They must have been high on him.
With Blades been trying to work his way up to, get back to that title picture and whatnot. This did not help his case at all. He's gonna have to actually prove himself by going on more of a dominant streak and actually getting the wrestling back on top. Because if you can't do that, you're fucked. And the capital F that is, you're fucked.
For real.
But yeah, I don't know what else to say about this. I said my piece, Chrissy. So like I am just like I'm confused by it. Like I didn't think that Blades won, and I feel like this fight honestly just should have been a draw, if anything. Like just no contest. Nobody really won. Like can I have won, in my opinion, but at the end of the day, I feel like just both guys just came in there not knowing what the hell they were doing.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Bro, it was a way more mid than I expected for a top 5 for a top 5 heavyweight. I'm like, this is a lot worse than I expected.
Especially for me keeping this hat on, like Blades. You really did that to me, buddy. Come on.
Hey, at least we picked Blades. We were all the judges.
Yeah, we were the judges who voted him in. They're like,
we made the call.
Got shot. We need new judges, and we're just running down the fucking aisle like it's our time. It's our time to shine.
Exactly.
But yeah. The people's main event was next.
Yeah, this was
the crowd.
This was
the people's main event.
Yeah, the crowd. So the crowd came here to see Rafael Fiziev. He is not from Azerbaijan, but he represents Azerbaijan, and the crowd respected that because they loved him. They were all over this boy. We all picked Bahamondes, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Round 1, Bahamondes did a good job of keeping his distance and using his length to his advantage, but Fiziev had to rush in order to get some shots in, and he was and landed some good shots that swelled Bahamondes' eye a little bit. Round 2, beautiful combinations from Fiziev. This guy was on fire. Bahamondes landed a great head kick, but Fiziev got a takedown off of it. Bahamondes locked in a guillotine. Fiziev was able to get up. Round 3, Bahamondes needed a finish because I thought it was 2-0 going into the third round. And he was going for it, but Fiziev was firing back as well. Bahamondes got cut beside his right eye. Both men were swinging. Fiziev got a late takedown, got some ground and pound and submission attempts before the round ended. Great third round. But Fiziev gets the win 30-27 across the board. This was an interesting fight because, he did it in this fight. Fiziev's defense against kicks is crazy. Like, he does the fucking Matrix thing where he leans all the way back and the kick misses. He did it here again.
Over and over, for real.
The weird thing was, he's known for this. This is his highlight. He's known for defending the kicks. And for some reason, Bahamondes was like, I'm just going to kick him. Why? That's what he's good at. Bahamondes is like way more tall and lengthy than him. He could have just stayed back and picked at him with the jabs, but instead he was going for kicks, which I think was an awful game plan. Just terrible game plan.
I don't want to be mean. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I don't want to be mean, but I feel like every fighter didn't study tape for these fights. You know what I mean? Like every fight felt so weird. Like the Mullins one. You've beat this girl before, but you just threw the game plan out the window. And then with this fight, Bahamondes, you could have fought a better game. And I'm not trying to this on anybody, but it feels like everybody threw the game plan out the window. Blades threw out the window. The only ones who didn't throw it out the window were Nazim and Mota, because they just said, "Hey, we're gonna have a bar fight and let's go fucking crazy on each other." Hell yeah. But everybody, like Hamdi, threw out the game plan of the leg kicks. Usman just looked like garbage, and I mean that respectfully because I think Muhammad Usman is a pretty stellar fella. In a way of personality wise, he's cool. But like when it comes to the fight game, it's like just everyone throws it out the fucking window. I'm just tired of that shit. But and even with Olabai, like you miss weight, so now we're just wondering ourselves like, good job for getting the finish, but what happens next? Because anyone can prepare for your game plan, and then you're fucked. But yeah, this whole fight card, everybody threw it out the damn window. I don't know what the hell. They need me as a coach, maybe, just to fucking keep the TV on loop, watch tape. You need to watch tape, pal.
Bro.
I'm tired of this.
Especially after it didn't work the first time, and he kept trying to do that spinning kick that he's landed before. But I'm like, bro, against
it's not gonna land on Fiziev.
He's sneaky.
Yeah, this was a really, 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 really good performance from Fiziev. I liked it a lot. Honestly, he really impressed me. He was one of the people on this card. Other than Mota and Sadikov, there was 4 people who impressed me here: Mota, Sadikov, and then the third one was Fiziev, and we'll get to the fourth one in a little bit here. But Fiziev really impressed me. Coming off of that fight with Justin Gaethje, where he was just getting tagged the fuck up the whole time. Gaethje was just, and that's also another thing. Bahamondes, if to Rami's point, was watching tape, Gaethje fucked him up with the punches on the feet. And
exactly.
Bahamondes is even taller, longer, and has a bigger reach than Justin Gaethje. So if he just stayed back and picked him apart with the hands, maybe he could have changed this whole outcome here, but he didn't, and he just kept going for the kicks. At least Gaethje kicking, he was kicking the legs. This guy was spinning, trying to do spinning head kicks. Fiziev's going to get the fuck out of the way every single time, and he did. Other than once. He did land a little bit one time. But, come on. Better game plan here, buddy, because I like Bahamondes a lot.
Yeah.
He just wasn't tonight.
It was crazy to see Fiziev land some takedowns. I'm like, damn, bro, you train with Bilal and you're getting taken down by Fiziev. I'm a little bit surprised by that. I expected he was probably just not expecting that. So it is what it is. But
good bounce back though for Fiziev, and I'm interested to see what's next for him. Someone said, I forget who said it. It was maybe on the post fight. They said they would like to see Rafael Fiziev versus Dan Hooker, and I'll take that fight for sure.
Oh,
yeah, that one would be good.
That would be fun.
He fought Gaethje. Yeah, he fought Gaethje, so I don't think he's going to fight him again. Dustin and Max are fighting, and Dustin's going to retire. So Dan Hooker's right there.
Sorry to interrupt. Did you see that UFC Paris announcement, the main event?
No. What happened?
Yeah, I did.
Nasruddin Imavov versus Caio Borralho.
Caio. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like it.
For UFC Paris, I'm like, holy shit. I like both guys because Nasruddin just knocked out Izzy, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, that's gonna be fucking tough. That's why once I saw that this morning, I was like, holy shit. But no, my apologies for cutting off the show. But
yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight.
It's gonna be great. Yeah, sorry about that.
But yeah, Fiziev Hooker, I think would be great. I don't know, because it's hard to This lightweight division is really in a weird position right now, and it will help obviously after next week when we actually have a champion. So then things can start rolling. But right now, coming off of a loss to Gaethje, Hooker's over here being a fucking fight promoter in his backyard.
I love
So
that
maybe
shit.
it was awesome, but
For real.
maybe we can get him and Fiziev. That would be fun. I'll take that for sure. But Fiziev looked good. This was a fight where I thought that if Bahamondes won, he could be getting some huge fights, but he didn't. So I don't know what's next for him.
Yeah, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Hopefully learn from this one. Learn to be a little bit less predictable on his striking. And, hopefully bounce back. And then Fiziev, right back into the contender conversation. One more win, a few more wins. He could be right back in the title talk.
Yeah.
For sure.
And the whole crowd, like we mentioned earlier, the whole crowd was here for Fiziev. And then once he won, they fucking left. I don't know. Bro,
It was late.
I'll be honest. If I was there, right, and this happened, first of all, it's the co-main event. Just wait one more fight. Second of all, I want to see Khalil Rountree and Jamahal Hill, so I would have definitely waited.
Me
so
too.
they're crazy.
I would have moved down my seats to a closer view. Honestly, like, those people left. Okay, I'm taking that chair. Fuck that shit.
But
facts.
Khalil Rountree, I thought it was funny.
Speaking of main event,
oh god. Khalil Rountree said that the lights. They asked him about the crowd leaving, and he said that the lights were literally too bright. He said when he walked out, the light on the camera was so fucking bright that he had to like kind of keep his eyes squinted, and he did not notice the crowd was gone. So I thought that was kind of funny. But there was crowd there. Don't get me wrong, not everyone left, but it was very like when they got the wide shot of the stands that go up, there was nobody. So it was basically the floor seats. So
it was back in the Apex, baby.
Yeah, basically. But Khalil Rountree versus Jamahal Hill is our main event. Mr. Max over here went with Hill. Interesting choice there.
He's running up that.
I was thinking maybe we'd see Prime Hill, but no.
We get into this main event fight in round one. There was some output from Jamahal Hill here. I thought he had more output in round one than Khalil did, but Khalil was landing the harder shots. Khalil's leg kicks were nasty. They were so nasty. Oof. Hill was trying to work the leg too, and he was doing decent, but he stopped after Khalil was just drilling the shit out of his calves a couple times. They were brutal.
They were like double the size. Like it just kept getting bigger. I'm like that.
So he kept trying to do those oblique kicks of his. I was like knives. He's trying to stab your fucking leg right off.
He was so
put it like on a stake. Like,
bro, he was locked in, bro. It was like Hill was so scared to even walk forward. You know.
I thought if Hill won a round, it was round one just because he had more output. But then it all went downhill. Round two, Khalil hurt Hill's right leg again. It swelled up really bad now. It was like a balloon.
Yeah.
My leg was a balloon. No,
it was a balloon.
No one can deny that. Round two, the camera pans right his leg. It's like a grapefruit, but swollen. It's just fucking gone.
Yeah,
oh no.
Then the issue here was Hill tried to switch stances, but then Khalil was just fucking going after the other leg. So he didn't know what to do. He was working both legs. Khalil did slip after a leg kick, and then Hill caught him with a nice shot, but he was still able to get back up. That was scary too.
Because when it landed, I was like, "Oh no, bro!" I thought he was done. I thought he was knocked out. It looked like it. That punch had that impact.
That was probably Hill's best strike of the fight, but Khalil was able to get up and like back away and kind of reset. Round three, some nice counter shots from both guys, but every time Hill was hit with a leg kick, like he reacted big, and you could tell like he's hurting. And Khalil even said in the post fight that he knew because of how he reacted. He said when I kicked him, he reacted, and I knew I fucked his leg up. So he did. Khalil did drop Hill with a nice counter left. He dropped him. Props to Hill. He was able to get back up.
He dropped him twice as well.
Yeah, he did end up doing it again, but nasty body kick. from Khalil, and then he busted Jamal's right eye up, and then he dropped Hill again with a right hook a few seconds left in the round. So that was definitely a Khalil round. He was starting to, like Max said, lock in like for real. He was Khalil's
I wanted
fucking
to
scary.
mention round 3, that this is the fight I was telling you guys about earlier, the 10-7 round. This was a 10-7 round that I put. Khalil dominated Hill in that round 3. I gave it 10-7. Those 2 knockdowns, the leg kicks, all that domination, I was like, if anyone deserves a 10-7 round, it was right there. It was Khalil Rountree. I just wanted to point that out just because I did mention that earlier. I was like, it was just too fucking good. Go on.
dude, he's scary though. Like I was saying, like I even said this like out loud to myself because I was watching myself, but I said it out loud. This guy, he was like the way he stands and the way he just looks, just like strictly based off looks when he fights. I would not want to be across from Khalil Rountree. He like has his hands up and his head down. He looks mean as fuck. He's big as fuck. He's just a giant ball of muscle, and you're like, I don't want to fight this guy. Like he's terrifying.
And then he'll like
He
try to
looks
stomp on
scary.
your knees. I'm like,
Exactly.
okay.
Like what the
Then he
fuck?
acts
Fuck this
scary
guy.
too. For real.
Yeah. But yeah, round 4, Khalil landed a nice hook to the body and then a left hook to the face, stumbled Jamal. Khalil landed another huge overhand left. Hill did eat it though. I will give him props for that. Khalil did it again and started to string some strikes together, get some good combos in. A final right hook cut Jamal again on the other side of his face. And then round 5, good combos from Khalil again, nasty body work thrown in there. Jamal, he just looked defeated in the 5th round, like he knew, like I'm not gonna win this fucking fight. Khalil was just picking him apart, jabs to the head, jabs to the body. Great body and head combos throughout the whole thing, but Hill had a few shots fired back, but nothing significant. We went to the scorecards, and Khalil picked up the win, 49-46, 50-45, and 50-45. I thought this was just a Khalil Rountree masterclass here. His Muay Thai looks so good, constantly on his toes, in and out, easy to bounce out of range after a kick. He just looked really, really good. And this was the 4th performance that I was very impressed with. I saw a lot of people online because, of course, they complained. Not happy with this fight because they thought it was boring. I did not think that at all.
Boring.
I loved Khalil Rountree's performance here. Jamahal Hill, lackluster performance from him, but I will give him props. No matter what you say about this guy, he has a chin. Alex Pereira is the only guy who's been able to really put him clean out, and Khalil was landing some nasty shots. Honestly, not even the fucking knockout blows. I'm surprised he didn't give up on the leg kicks or the body shots. Like Khalil's just fucking dumb. Like this is why he's scary too. Like he'll not only does he have power to knock you out, but he's just like, oh my God, the sound of one of those body kicks was so loud.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like also stomping your knees, like you said. It's like, dude, this he's going in there to hurt you. I know people go in there and they kind of get hurt because they fight, but a lot of guys are going in there to win. Khalil's going in to fucking hurt you, and that's what's scary. Like, for all intents and purposes, that stomp to the knee should be an illegal blow. It's not, so he can do it.
He's got to finish from it. He's got to finish from that too.
He does.
He stabbed someone's
It should be illegal, but
turn
it's
off that
not.
phone.
The ladies in.
Yeah, it's the ladies' man over here. He's not, it's all
I'll tell you who the fuck it is. It's a fucking telemarketer.
But number 7 ranked Khalil Rountree beats number 4 ranked Jamahal Hill, knocks him into the top 5 ranks more than likely. Because no offense to Jan Blachowicz or Alexander Rakic, but I feel like Khalil Rountree has a way stronger case to be in that top 5, and especially if he would have used this, because he had the same game plan essentially against Alex Pereira when Khalil Rountree fought him. It could have been new champion Khalil Rountree months ago if this was the case, but he went too crazy. Pereira is a Terminator, and he got him out of there. But now it makes this division very interesting because here's the crazy thing: number 3 ranked Carlos Ulberg, then Jamahal Hill, Jan Blachowicz, Alexander Rakic, Khalil Rountree. Rountree won. Dominic Reyes won a couple months ago, so he's gonna get a little bit of a boost, maybe more up spot. And now we got to see ourselves. Magomed Ankalaev. Have they announced anything for him at all?
It's
No,
not
I think they
official,
were
but
trying to do the Alex rematch.
Yeah, they were trying to do the Alex rematch, which I'm loving. You know, I need that definitely. We need Alex to be back in there and try to get back the championship. You know, clear things up. But when it's all said and done, more than because Khalil Rountree is doing great work. He's already been in that title picture. He earned his way into the top 5 now. I want to see him back into that championship matchup, and I want to see him, you know, fight maybe next year or so for the gold. Because if you beat Jamahal Hill, the former champion, who dominated the entire division, the same way you beat him in that masterclass performance, come on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think me and Max just said the same thing.
He just needs to fight. He needs to fight Yuri or Carlos or probably one of those two.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So I think I will say this. He did say he will fight whoever will get him close to the title, or he'll just fight the champion, of course.
Yeah.
But Magomed Ankalaev did post and said that he was not impressed by Khalil Rountree, which is crazy. And then he called Pereira his daddy, so that was weird.
Wait.
And then but I will say, so if they're not going to give Khalil a title shot next, which I don't think they will, I honestly like the Khalil Olberg fight. I think him and Olberg, you know, both, I don't want to say up and comer because Khalil is not an up and comer at this point.
No.
But as far as title contention, he got that fight, the Alex fight, only because someone pulled out. I can't remember who the fuck it was, but that's the only reason he got that fight.
Didn't Yuri pull out? Or
yeah, it might have been Yuri.
I can't remember.
Jamahal Hill? Was it Jamahal?
It might have been.
Yeah, it was Hill because he was supposed to fight Jamahal Hill, and he pulled out, so they had Alex go in. So, but then he ended up beating Jamahal Hill anyway. So I do think it should be Carlos Olberg because Olberg also a guy that could, you know, another win. He could be in the title picture.
Yeah. He's number 3. He's number 3 ranked. If he beats Yuri or he beats Khalil Rountree, he's right there. Title picture is immediately confirmed for him.
Yeah, dude, I'm looking at these. All the top guys, they don't even have anything scheduled. So this is all wide open. I'm like, no one has any fight booked.
So here's my thing. As far as what should be next, I think it should be Khalil Olberg. As far as fan favorite, I think fucking Yuri versus Khalil would be a crazy ass fight.
So and Dominic Reyes, that'd be funny.
Maybe they do
on a comeback streak.
Maybe they do Reyes.
Olberg. Reyes or Yuri for elbow. So light heavyweight's looking fun, honestly. No one's booked. I'm like looking at this. I'm like, they need to fight each other.
But then there's Reyes, a little wrench.
I want to say Reyes versus Blachowicz would be fun too. Just to have that rematch.
Yeah, rematch for elbow. Years down the line.
There's a little bit of a wrench thrown in here, though. Here's the wrench thrown into the equation. Alex Pereira. Alex might probably be next for the title.
Yeah,
but this dude, here's the issue, though. I don't know if you guys have seen Alex recently or seen the videos of him recently, but he's weighing in way over heavyweight limit. And we saw what happened at middleweight. He was struggling to make middleweight.
Yeah.
I think he got too big now, and I think he might struggle to make light heavyweight.
Bro goes up to heavyweight.
We might have Alex Pereira moving up to heavyweight to fight Tom Aspinall, which I'm not mad about. But that also leaves Ankalaev opponentless.
Yeah.
So
hey, bring in Yuri or Carlos or even Khalil for real. That's why I'm like light heavyweight. Even if Alex does, move up or whatever happens, at least they have a lot of contenders, dude.
Well, speaking of heavyweights, I don't know if you guys saw, but did you see the punishing our boy Waldo Cortez Acosta?
Who they match him up with?
Sergey Pavlovich.
Oh yeah, Sergey. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
He's gonna get fucking killed. They're like, oh, you gave us a boring fight. Go to hell.
I believe in Salsa Boy. He's gonna get the dub.
For real, bro. He's not bad. So that's definitely his toughest fight.
But yeah, I really liked Khalil Rountree's performance here. Like I said, dude's just fucking violent. That's what Khalil Rountree is my if I have to pick my top 3 favorite fighters, Khalil's in the top 3. I love violent fighters. I just like when people want to go in there and hurt their opponent. It sounds sadistic, but we're in the fight game, and I don't want to sit there and watch someone point fight. I want to see you try to knock someone the fuck out, and that's what Khalil does. Like that one, I can't remember who his opponent was, but he dropped him and then fucking body kicking him on the ground like soccer.
Exactly.
It was deadly. I
as
love
soon
that.
as as soon as he started incorporating more of this deadly like Muay Thai striking, where he's doing soccer kicks to ribs, like oblique kicks to the knees, everything that you can possibly do to like almost like paralyze or knock out your opponent. It's been the best performances from him. He almost won the championship against Pereira. He dominates Jamahal Hill. I'm just like, dude, he's getting scarier and scarier each fight. Who knows if he's finally incorporated the right game plan and right style to where he goes up to the title picture. If he fights Magomed Ankalaev, Magomed's gonna have to worry about one thing, and that's those knees to the ribs, because you're not gonna be able to survive when Roundtree lands and 5 of those in a row. That's it. You're gonna be puking up your lunch and your breakfast.
Well, someone did mention, they asked Khalil on the post fight about Magomed's, if he were to fight Magomed Ankalaev, Magomed's game plan would probably be wrestling. So what would he do? And Khalil said, I have been training for wrestling for a fight like this for a very long time, so I'm ready. So no one's tested Khalil's wrestling, so we don't know.
No one.
He fought Alex, who's a striker. Jamal's a striker.
Exactly. He fought Alex, who's a striker. Jamal was a striker. Both those fights were pure boxing, like pure kickboxing fights, rules and everything. So for him to enter a Magomed type of fight, it's gonna be very, because if he fights Yuri, it's not gonna be wrestling. If he fights Olberg, it's not gonna be wrestling. The only fight that you're gonna get with a wrestler is Magomed Ankalaev, and that's the big picture. That's the final boss, as they say. Even I'm not trying to discredit anything that Magomed's doing, but your first defense, your first or second defense, it's always going to be very tricky as to see who you face off against. Pereira made it look so easy with like destroying Jamahal Hill, destroying Yuri Prohaka twice, beating Khalil Rountree after he was basically down 3 to 4 rounds. Like, he was getting pieced up in the fight. Anyone who watched that fight back and says, "Oh, Pereira was still in there," no, he was not. He was bloody. His corner was saying, "What are you doing? What's going on here?" And he finally bounced back and he won the fight by knockout. But Roundtree is just getting more and more scarier. Like I keep saying, like I'm happy that people are seeing what he's capable of doing at this high level. And then for anyone to say, "Oh, this fight was boring," what? Because you put money on Jamahal Hill and he lost?
Yeah.
Like, come on now, pal.
Yeah,
Like,
Max,
get the fuck out
come
of here,
on.
pal.
Hey, whoa. Let's not throw out those accusations.
But I will say this also. There's a big possible chance that we don't even see Magomed Ankalaev versus Khalil, because I thought that Alex Pereira looked absolutely fucking awful in that first fight against Magomed. So I'm sure he's going to turn it around and he might beat Magomed. So we might see a rematch between Alex and Khalil, and that would be interesting to see. So
here's the worst part about MMA is that you win a championship back, everyone thinks, "Oh, new way home." No way home, and you get to fucking fight the same guy over and over and over again. So we're gonna have a trilogy between Magomed and Alex Pereira when we're having our grandkids.
For real, bro.
The only guy, generally the only guy that's it was pretty funny, but the only guy who's a new fight for everyone is Carlos. Carlos Holberg is the only guy who could go up there and fight and be a new fighting guy, because everyone's fought everyone now other than Magomed and Khalil, but they both fought Alex. They fought Yuri 1,000 times. We've seen him fight Jan. We've seen him fight Volkov. We've seen him fight Reyes even. So it's like Carlos Holberg is the only new guy, but Carlos Holberg also has, depending on who they match him up against, a very tough time to get to that title. So the light heavyweight division is wide open. The heavyweight division is also now wide open. So finally, in these higher weight classes, we're getting some fucking movement here, which is great. I love it.
God.
So thank freaking God.
Which I'm very excited for. I cannot wait to see how the heavyweight division unfolds. I don't want to see Pereira move up there just yet, because I do want to see Tom get a couple of licks on a bunch of the contenders. And I would like to see Pereira get back to gold at light heavyweight, but that does not mean I want to see like him win light heavyweight championship and then move up to heavyweight, and then we have this title for title to crap all over again. No, I just want to see him get back to championship. Maybe fight Khalil one more time. Maybe Khalil wins this time around against Pereira. Pereira says, "Fuck it, I'm moving up to heavyweight division," and then we get a bigger, brand new future for the heavyweight division, because it could be fun. You know what I mean? Like there's still a couple of guys there who look like they could be promising. Jilton Almeida, he's still got something. Sergey Pavlovich, he's not giving up. Max's boy Waldo Cortez Acosta, he's doing something big for himself. Brady's boy Derek Lewis is still top 10. we can see anything happen.
Hey, Lewis got a fight coming up.
Yeah, he does. 2 weeks from now, I think 2-3 weeks from now or so.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's got a fight coming up. I can't wait. Yeah. When I saw that last name, I was like, Glover's back. I didn't see the
brother.
face back. I was like, wait a minute.
It's not. It's actually not.
Oh my god! I was the same. Like, whoa.
Glover's so old. It's his son. It's his son.
It's his son. It's his grandson. He's that old.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, the divisions should be fun here. You know what's also really fun? If you take a look down here at these event totals, I am 9-3, taking the dub here with both of you tied at 6-6. Max, you could have taken the lead against Rami if you would have just picked Khalil Rountree.
I know.
So Rami, you should be very happy that he went with Jamahal Hill.
I'm very happy that I still got the hat. I still got the hat.
You're lucky I don't have a hat down here.
Oh please, motherfucker! Like it would fit your head. So I'm saying.
You know what? Oh,
he's the champion.
I'm the damn champ around here.
W week.
This is the W week for the champ.
A defunct championship that does not get promoted anymore. Okay, Hulk Hogan, get out of here! Get out of here!
I actually don't have any new titles, but I'll take this right here.
Belt or a hat? I don't know.
The belt, the title. I'm the champ.
No, because I'm the sheriff, motherfucker. You're just the interim champion. That's it. You're the star mascot. That's it.
Soon to be promoted.
And we know what happened. We know what happened. I'm about to retire you without even fighting.
So, motherfucker, I'll do a line of coke on your ass. Come on now.
Rami's gonna be gone next week. We'll know why.
You won't be here next week. You're retired. I'm gonna retire you International Fight Week. I'm the champ.
Be quiet, bastard.
We'll see. We'll see next week.
I love how competitive this is getting because Brady's like, he's all walking around like his big balls, his big shorts all out and everything. Like, please.
Bro, Brady's about to catch me on totals too, so I need to fucking lock the fuck in.
We gotta work together.
I was up by 10 a few weeks ago. I'm like,
So I'm taking out the Philly Flyers over here.
For real. Philly ball knower.
Hey, you know who's also not a ball knower? Me for basketball, because I picked the fucking Pacers, and now we have the OKC as the champs. Terrible.
Yeah,
real, bro.
I'm about to treat your MCL like Tyrese Halliburton's.
Dude, I felt so bad for him. Dude was like crying and shit.
That was so fun.
No, and I'm just being all seriousness. I was rooting for the Pacers more than anything. I wanted to see them win that championship. And then when the OKC Thunder won it, it's very poetic justice too, because they won it on the same day that Kevin Durant goes to Houston on his 4th or 5th team in 10 years.
Yeah.
So it's just funny. Like OKC was like, see, homegrown talent, loser over there.
For real.
So congrats to the OKC Thunder after we just did this MMA show. The Indiana Pacers, my God, they're awesome.
It really did. It felt like Halliburton's year. It really did. So for him to end like that just absolutely sucked.
You know what's next though? Lakers.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you why I am happy. We're all 3 Lakers fans here, and I am very happy for my boy Alex Caruso. Getting another championship, so I am happy for him.
Sir.
Fact.
That's my guy.
I was so when I saw his face, I was like, "You fucking deserve it, man! More than anything, he should have still been on that Lakers squad. They trade him away, and I'm just like, wow, what? He signs away to OKC. I'm like, wow, what's gonna happen? Actually, no, he went to the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, he went to the Bulls first.
That. Yeah, that was a weird era.
If he stayed on that Lakers right now, we would have the craziest white boy team of all time. We got Luka, we got Reeves, we got Caruso.
They would be leading in assists as a team. It would be like 60 assists
with JJ Redick as the coach. I'm like, God damn.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh my God. The white boy takeover in basketball.
I'm like, what is Pelinka cooking?
When the season comes, we got to do a Lakers show. That's every game we got to do a review.
Yeah, until they start sucking, and then it's like, fuck.
We give up.
That's the first 5 games. That's how it goes. First 5 games they suck, and then all of a sudden LeBron's like, fucking like dominant and everything. Luka's being fat. I love him to death though because I have a Luka jersey.
Luka's being
no,
fat.
no. Here's the sad part. I've been a Luka fan since he joined the league. I have a Mavericks jersey in my closet, and then he gets traded to the Lakers, and I'm like, oh, I just died in your arms, and I must have been something I said. It was like most perfect moment in the world. I was like, oh,
I love the Lakers team, but I also, hey, shout out to LeBron James, but might be time to move on from LeBron, I think.
Whoa. He carried the team last
yesterday. he was in Indiana Pacers. He was Siakam over
he took out the ACL from above.
He's only getting older. He keeps getting hurt. It's like, come on, just move on already. We have Luka. We're good.
No.
Which I got happy about when Luka did say that now with the new ownership, the Dodgers basically the Dodgers own the Lakers.
Oh, no.
So now that with that we have multiple championships coming. Luka wants to sign the extension. Hopefully
First of all,
whoa.
We're not getting multiple championships with the fucking Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers. We're Phillies fans over here, motherfucker.
When was that last championship?
A couple years ago.
Like 2009?
I think
no, they had a recent
that, to
one.
be honest. They had a recent one. I can't remember when it was though.
Did they? I can't remember.
I know we made it to the.
Yeah, they made it, right?
You guys made it, but you lost.
2 years ago we made it, but
I'm not questioning baseball with Rami. He knows the shit.
Hold on. Let me look it up.
First year, Shohei Ohtani signs with the Dodgers. 50-50 season. We get Tommy Edman MVP. We get Yamamoto.
Yeah, 2008.
MVP.
Oh,
like wow! The year I got into baseball, they won, and I was like, "Fucking Phillies!" Because I hated Shane Victorino, I hated Chase Utley, I hated Holiday, I hated everybody on that team. And it's so funny.
Hey, here's a fun fact.
Career with the Dodgers.
The day that the Phillies won the World Series in 2008, I remember this because I was watching it in the hospital because I broke my arm that day.
Oh my god.
And I broke my arm right before the game, and I had to watch the game in the hospital. So that's how I remember that.
So fucked up.
Yeah, crazy timing. But yeah, fuck the Dodgers. You don't want to know.
Okay.
Let's just say I slipped and fell. No, I slipped and fell, but it was in the shower. So.
Okay, no. I've had those moments. I have a chipped tooth from slipping in the shower when I was 9. So there's no way. I've never fixed this chipped tooth. It's always like a story, like, "Oh, what happened to you, poor baby?" No, I slipped in the shower. Don't fucking baby me, man. But like,
embarrassing, man. I slipped in the shower, broke my fucking arm.
Fuck the Dodgers. We have 2 championships in 5 years, pal. What do you have?
Yeah, OP ass team. That's why.
OP team. Oh, I'm so sorry that Tommy Edman from the Cardinals is so OP. I'm so sorry that Max Muncy
fuck
the
the Dodgers.
Average is
Fuck
so
the Dodgers.
dominant.
Fuck the Dodgers. Fuck the Dodgers.
Oh, fuck you. I represent the LA Sports Hub. I write about these fuckers every single goddamn day. So it's like I gotta fucking represent.
Hey, my teams are all over the fucking place.
Yeah, you root for the Lakers, but you hate the Dodgers. What's that? What's all that about? Come on now.
Well, because I don't like. I'm from Pennsylvania. I like Pennsylvania sports, but not the Sixers.
I think you're seeing red again.
Mine goes, but not the Sixers.
I think you're seeing red again, buddy. No, I don't think anyone should like the Sixers. I don't think anyone should like the Sixers at all.
I've been a Lakers fan since I was young. I did like Allen Iverson. Everyone around here liked Allen Iverson. He was my favorite player. Who doesn't
like Allen Iverson?
He still is my favorite player.
The AI, you know what I mean?
But yeah, I've been a Lakers fan because of Kobe. So I've been a Lakers fan since I was young.
This is the Kobe jersey. This is the Black Mamba Kobe jersey.
Hey,
so it's like,
fire.
Yeah. But other than that, we're PA, baby. Phillies, Flyers, and Pittsburgh Steelers. So let's go.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh my god! First play, Rodgers goes down. He's gonna be like, "Ah,
I hope."
Yeah, Brady goes. I hope.
Yeah, fuck Aaron Rodgers. I didn't want him.
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes.
I know you want Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't test yourself.
No, I want fucking.
That's silence.
Who do I want? I'll take Brady. Have him come back.
Tom Brady. I think he doesn't like people with the Brady name.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
facts.
Tom Brady.
Actually, here's actual fun fact. I actually don't like Tom Brady. I hated Tom Brady when he played. Hated him so much. But
Now that
I'll
he's
take him on the
retired.
Steelers.
Yeah, you know, if he's on my team, I like him.
He's on my team. I'll take him. But yeah, Steelers are gonna suck this year. Who cares?
I have a question. Could you put up the ticker for the sponsor?
One moment.
Thank you, babe.
Bang.
This week's episode is sponsored by Shroom Bar. Go to Shroom Bar right now, www.shroombar.com, and use code Bodyslam for 25% off your first order. Sorry, we couldn't do it in the beginning of the show, so I had to do it now.
Let's go.
I can't even see. My phone is like, it's just so fun. It feels like it's so small right now. Because like, it's like you're in the. I'll take a screenshot. Like, it just looks so awful. I don't know how to fucking get the stage in a much better place.
It looks awful.
Yeah.
Damn.
No. It looks no. Hold on. Let me share the screenshot with you, pal. Hold on.
We also
Let me go to group
follow
chat.
us Bodyslam Net on X and Bodyslam Net MMA on X as well. So follow those, or else I'll eat your children.
Fact.
I'm like Mike Tyson.
Rami
just died. He died.
Well, that was a good episode.
I'm God.
Oh God, he's back.
Oh, he's back. He just doesn't have a picture. Hey, wait. He doesn't have a picture.
No, I'm still here. I was just hold on. Oh, can you see me again?
Yeah, you're back.
Is everything good? Is everything good? Is everything good? So
Yeah.
good now. No, I don't know if you saw the it's over and over again. No, look at the group chat. Go look right now, Max. And go see like this bullshit that I have to deal with.
Oh
Exactly,
God, that
man.
is terrible.
Like, right? Try reading some sponsors. I need some reading glasses. Hey, come on.
For looks
you
quite
both
small.
got reading glasses on.
Hey, you asked for it.
We can't
But yeah, we can't win. We do have a fight coming up next week, though. We got to talk about.
Dude, Bronx's
real
eyes are
quickly.
looking at me. Hello.
We're gonna have
He's
the
seeing
champion. The lightweight division has a champion, and that champion has a name. And it's Charles Du Bronx Oliveira next week.
Wait, I have a question to ask you guys. Are you guys going for Oliveira?
Yes, I will
I'm
spoil it
rooting
right
for him,
now.
but
I
we'll
am
see if-
rooting
we'll
for
see who I
Oliveira.
pick.
I am rooting for
him.
Oliveira.
Wait,
Will
so
I
when
pick him?
the picks come, you guys gonna pick Oliveira?
We'll see.
I am rooting
you better
for
follow
Oliveira.
Bodyslam to find out. Follow us to find out.
I love how Brady keeps trying to sidetrack it. I'm rooting for Oliveira, but you're not gonna say you're not gonna pick him.
I'm rooting for Charles Oliveira.
That was me rooting for Khalil, but I picked Jamal. What was I thinking? Maybe go with your heart. That's what I wanted.
But yeah, we do have a fun one next week. UFC 317.
God,
This is International Fight Week. This will be they got the Hall of Fame. We got Power Slap. We have the UFC BJJ won for their first show, which is also they'll crown 3 new champions, I believe. I have been following UFC BJJ and have been covering it for Bodyslam, so check that out if you haven't seen it. It's really fun. I love it, actually. I'm a big fan of it. So
kidding.
Fuck Rami. I have been. I will be watching the first event, which I think is on Wednesday, I believe. So I gotta check that out. But it's been fun. So the whole fight week, plus they have the fan access thing, which looks fun. So bunch of stuff. But the main event, Saturday night, UFC 317, live from Las Vegas in the T-Mobile Arena. Back to our normal time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the main card here. And we have a big one. We have 2 title fights. The currently vacant lightweight title, as Ilia Topuria moves up to 155 to take on former champ Charles Oliveira, who is number 2. This should be a crazy fight. We then have the flyweight title in the co-main event, where the seemingly unstoppable Alexandre Pantoja takes on Kai Kara France, who is number 4 and is the underdog in that fight. Then we have Beneil Dariush versus Renato Moicano, which should be a fun one. And then how about this number?
It's also going to be very. I want to say, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it's going to be very interesting that Beneil fight, because he is Iranian. So after everything that's been going on in the world, he might go in there with some fucking vengeance.
Hey, you
For
can't
real.
stop Money Moicano though, unless
You can't
you're
stop the
Islam.
bombs. You can't stop the bombs in Israel either. So, anyways, what's going on?
We then have
We're gonna get
the
our headquarters bombed.
number one ranked flyweight. Brandon Royval was supposed to have a different fight, but Josh Van steps in on decently short notice. Number
Yeah,
11,
2-3 week
Josh
notice.
Van.
2-3 week, something like that.
Yeah, he fought
Bro, what the fuck?
2 weeks ago at UFC 316. He got a big win
Yep.
there, and now he moves up to fight the number one ranked Brandon Royval. Josh Van's on a roll right now. I'm very excited for this fight.
Me
And
too.
then we did get a fight cancellation, so this fight has moved to the main card. Peyton Talbot versus Felipe Lima. I feel so bad for Peyton
Shit.
Talbot, dude.
For
Peyton
real.
Talbot has got some tough ass fights. He lost to
Marcellus, yeah.
Barcelos, who just won. Was it that last week? He just won,
Yeah.
and now he has to fight Felipe Luma, who is also a beast. So tough one for
Bro.
Talbot. They've just
matchup.
ruined this guy as far as an up and comer goes. Then we go into the prelims, which kick off at 8 p.m. on ESPN and ESPN Plus. Jack Hermanson versus Gregory Rodriguez. That should be a fun one.
RoboCop. Let's go.
Hyder Amil is back against Jose Miguel Delgado. We then have number 8 ranked Viviane Araujo versus number 10 ranked Tracy Cortez. And Viviane is actually the underdog there, if you want to maybe throw some money on it. Terrence McKinney versus Vyacheslav Borishev. That should be a hell of a fun fight. And then early prelims kick off at 6 p.m. on ESPN Plus and UFC Fight Pass. Cedricus Dumas is back, surprisingly, against Jackson McVeigh. We then have Jonathan Denise versus Alvin Hines. And then Nico Price is back against Jacoby Smith. I believe this might be Nico's first fight since being knocked out by Robbie Lawler, I think. But should be a fun one. Fun pay-per-view. Good stuff. But yeah.
Hype for that one.
Make sure to follow us on Bodyslam Net X. We have Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, everywhere you can find us. Follow us there, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And then, of course, Bodyslam Net MMA. That's where we are. Follow us over there live tweeting for shows and news and articles covering UFC BJJ1, covering PFL stuff, covering whatever the fuck there is, boxing, whatever. We got it over there, so check it out. And we will see you guys next week for this huge fight. Peace.